Look up from your telescope, take me on this journey home. I don't wanna wait no more.
Dun dun dun. Y'all should have known this video was coming because, child, the backlash that I was receiving when I mentioned that Grace might not be feeling Olivia, honey, was real. All right, so let's talk about how Grace feels about Olivia now. All right, before we jump all the way into this video, deep dive, honey, and talk about these feelings, these thoughts, and all that that's happening between this bomb mom and this soon-to-be bae, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and click the like. I'm Erica Van if you're new here, and I post new All-American videos every day, sometimes twice a day, and I have the best All-American community on the internet. I said what I said. I promise you're going to love it here. This is the place if you really want to talk about All-American, you're obsessed with All-American, you absolutely love All-American, and you want people to talk about it with, we're going to talk about it with you. And it's nothing too small, no plot point too minuscule, no action, side eye, raised brow that is, too quick that we will not talk about it with you. So go ahead and subscribe, post your comments, say what you got to say, and let's chop it up. Let's keep the community going. Okay, so I kind of created some mess. Not really created some mess. I'm being super dramatic. But after the car crash, right? The next episode when Spencer outs Olivia for drinking and all of the things just start falling out the closet, right? Spencer never communicated to Grace the full scope of everything. So once she actually finds out about it, when Spencer's running in the house trying to steal her car keys so that he could go help try to find Olivia after Olivia runs off, she takes that as the opportunity to check him real quick. Like, you're going to sit your butt down. You're going to calm it down. And you need to realize that you can't be out here just sacrificing yourself all willy-nilly for anybody. Like, this is the girl who asked you to trade places with her in a car and put your life in danger, knowing what she knows about the current state of affairs within our world, specifically with cops and black people. Black men, more specifically. So I made a comment about how Grace could not be feeling Olivia after that, or not necessarily not be feeling her, but definitely be looking at her away. Like, I'm still trying to figure this girl out. And another thing that comes up in the comment section, and I want y'all to know that I do read it and I do receive what y'all are saying. However, just because you have a different opinion than me don't mean I'm going to change my opinion. I did say that Grace has not had an opportunity to get to know Olivia, and she does know Layla. And that's not to compare Layla and Olivia. That's to talk about and give context to Grace and her navigation of Spencer's relationships. Grace knows Kia. Kia is from the past. Kia is an ex. Grace has interacted with Kia. Grace knows Kia. All of that good stuff. By way of Spencer dating Layla, Layla coming over all the time and doing homework and this and that, Grace has gotten a chance to get to know Layla. In the moment in which Grace communicates to Spencer that she messed up by telling you or asking you to switch spaces and putting your life in danger and not caring about you enough to not do that, Grace has yet to have time, one-on-one time or time with Olivia. She has no idea about who Olivia is as a person, aside from she's Billy and Laura's daughter, aside from she's Jordan's sister. Grace has more of a relationship and understanding of Jordan than she do of Olivia, because Jordan has even spent time in Crenshaw with Spencer at his house with his friends. So from that moment, I did feel like Grace had 100% cause to look at Olivia sideways. Like, girl, you trying to put my son in harm's way? It's already hard enough out here for this young black man, and he want to be a stand-up guy, a stand-up individual. He's outspoken. He draws attention naturally because Spencer stands out. So I 100% understood when Grace communicated what she communicated, and I did feel like she had a right to feel away as a mom. Period. Y'all can love Olivia down all you want to, but she was dead ass wrong for asking Spencer to switch spaces, and as a mom, she was right to call it out. Point blank, period. In episode 13 synopsis, it says that Spencer calls Olivia to help him make a party for his mom, who has graduated from college, did not go to her graduation, did not tell anybody about it. So he wants to surprise her. And I made a comment of like, dang, I wish that Spencer and Layla were actually speaking, because Layla is the party thrower out the group. Again, I said what I said. I'm not changing that. And she would have thrown a freaking amazing party for Grace. One, in that she knows Grace. Two, and that she's a party thrower. Like, Layla and JJ are the party throwers of the crew. Point blank, period. A lot of people got pissed about that. Oh, you know, Spencer and Layla aren't even cool like that yet. She still needs time. He did this and this. Yes, all of that is true. But if y'all ain't noticed, the writers are going ham with this timeline, and they already got Layla and Olivia back to being best friends again, and it's only been about 2 episodes, so things are going to be moving pretty quickly, so keep your eyes on it. But anyway, I said all that to say, again, to me that just speaks to what Grace knows about other people, and she does not yet know anything about Olivia, and Olivia hasn't gotten it. Well, she knows Grace for how Grace has raised Spencer to be, and how she shows up for Spencer, and all of that kind of stuff. So this party is going to be the thing that actually helps solidify what I'm going to say in this video. But I think that Grace's opinion of Olivia has shifted from the car crash incident and her running away at the few episodes ago to now with her releasing the body cam footage. And when Grace has the conversation with Laura, she learns that Olivia is the one who actually releases the footage, and she's the one who like speaks on Olivia's behalf without actually, she says, I don't know what Olivia is actually thinking, but I would imagine. And then she says, like, she loves you, she knows that you're not like a racist, like she knows all of these things, but she's fighting against the system. To me, this was a call to what GW also says in that episode. When he runs into Spencer, GW says, yeah, I want to be more like my granddaughter, get into that good trouble, which is a reference to John Lewis and his activism and doing what needs to be done no matter what the consequences are. And I feel like in the conversation that Grace is having with Laura, she feels like though what Olivia did hurt Laura and put Laura in a compromising position, it probably needed to be done. And I think in this moment when she learns that Olivia is the one who actually pulled the trigger on that footage coming out, aside from like what it did for the case, I think that Grace gains more respect for Olivia, and it's like, okay, so maybe this girl isn't just this. Maybe this girl isn't just the girl who asked my son to switch spaces. Maybe this girl isn't the girl who's actually just struggling with, you know, these things that she has going on. And I believe that Grace is the person to think about all sides of different things. And I definitely think that this last episode, episode 12, has changed or shifted or boosted her perspective of Olivia, which is going to play nicely into us going into episode 13 and Olivia being a part of helping create this party. So I'm looking forward to us actually having a moment. I know in the comment section we have talked about before, y'all, of Olivia and Grace actually having a conversation and maybe Olivia apologizing for putting Spencer into that position, but I don't think we're ever going to get that. That would have been cool to see. I don't think we're ever going to get that. I do think though that in a small way, Olivia releasing this footage is her apology for that, is her trying to overcompensate for how she has been blinded and privileged and just showing up in a very weird way and wanting to do whatever she possibly can to counteract even some of her missteps. And Grace James reads you loud and clear, sis, you good with her. So to summarize, Grace feels like Olivia is cool people. I honestly do believe that, y'all. I believe that after episode 12, Grace is going to be feeling Olivia. I think that she's not going to have any problems with Olivia potentially dating her son now that she's seeing her move. I think that she's definitely going to have, you know, caution in that, knowing Olivia's full story and that, you know, how addiction recovery works. She also shouldn't necessarily be in a super committed relationship right away after she just relapsed, but I definitely think that Grace is coming into the fold and will be a support system for Olivia, how she's a support system for a lot of the other kids outside of her house. Like, she supports Coop, she supports Kia, she supports Chris. Like, she loves these kids, like she loves this friend group as a whole. So I think that Olivia is going to come into that fold as well, now that she has a little bit more perspective, a little bit more context for the actual woman that Olivia is and the woman that Olivia is becoming. And before I finish this video, I want to remind y'all that the model search is going on. If you would like to model the Erica Vane TV All-American Edition merch, then check the link in the description box down below, because we have a model search going on. I'm looking for all shades, all sizes, all people. Okay. I would love for my subbies to be the face of the merch. We have some amazing photo shoots planned, and if you're based in the Los Angeles area and you want to be down, you want to be included, then go to the link in the description box and submit yourself. We'll be shooting the first 2 weeks of June. All right, now it is y'all's turn. Go ahead and jump down in the comment section and let me know what you think. How do you think that Grace feels about Olivia? You think they're cool, they lie? You think there's a little bit of something still left? Let me know all that and more in the comment section down below. If you're new here, again, I'm your girl Erica Vane. I post new All American videos every day, sometimes twice a day. You should really join the tribe by hitting subscribe. I promise you are going to love it here. If you missed any of my All American videos, I always have them linked for you right here in my All About All American playlist. You can always also go to my actual channel page, y'all, and search a character, a person, episode, and it'll bring up any of the videos that I've actually done to cover that. We've done a really great job of tagging everything beautifully, so it's easy to find. So go ahead and either check out the playlist or check out my All American videos via search. And if you're looking for something new to watch, something new to get into, go ahead and check out these 2 suggestions I got for you right here. Be sure to like the video, and if you feeling like you really want to support your good sis E, share this video on your social media and be sure to tag me at ericavane.com. I love y'all so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next amazing All American video. Bye.